Here's exactly how some prop firms are finessing you with their instant funding model. On some prop firms, a 10k account costs more than a 100k challenge account. Those prop firms, it's not even worth it because you don't even have the reels that benefit the trader as well. So in this video, I'm going to walk through are instant funding prop firms actually worth it in 2025, or are they a waste of cash? And by the end of the video, if you still want to use instant funding accounts, I will recommend to you the best and cheapest instant funding accounts so you don't get finessed by some of these shady prop firms. In 2025, instant funding accounts are everywhere. The real question isn't can you trade on instant funding accounts, it's should you. I'm breaking down reels, prices, leverage handcuffs, scaling plans, red flags, who this suits, who should run, and my top 3 pick. So with instant funding, you buy straight into a live account. No evaluation passes, no hit 8%, then 10% in 30 days. None of that. You just go straight into actually having a funded account, but with tighter rules. Usually with a lot of these instant funding accounts, you have smaller starting sizes than challenge products. And with a lot of them, you don't get a daily drawdown. It's usually between 6 to 10% instead of daily limits. And this means there's no trailing drawdown either, which is a godsend. Your leverage as well is typically lower than classic challenge accounts. But with a lot of these instant funding accounts, the rules are actually a lot stricter than classic challenge accounts. And they're a lot more costly as well. So a lot of beginner traders fall into the trap of just wanting to get funded as quickly as possible. And so a lot of people, they might see that instant funding accounts are the quickest way to go. But there's still them rules. So if you're not comfortable with your trading ability, you just pay more to potentially lose your account. But a lot of traders do love it because as soon as you get the account, you're live today and you can build up your profits. As soon as you get enough profits to take some money out, you can withdraw. There's lower stress because you're not trying to pass the evaluation and stressing about how to pass the evaluation. The rules are simpler in a lot of cases because many remove that daily drawdown and a lot don't have that trailing loss. But this is why traders don't like it. The price, an instant 5k to 10k on some prop firms can cost the same or more than a 100k two-phase challenge. You get a lot lower leverage as well. You might see 1 to 10 or to 1 to 30, but it's rarely ever going to be any higher than that. This is just a reminder though, because a lot of people, when they think about trading these instant funding accounts, they think, oh, this is a cheat code. This is a way to get funded as quickly as possible. But it's just not the case. You just really have to be aware of these rules and you need to practice beforehand. So we're going to compare the instant funding model to average classic 1-phase and 2-phase challenge accounts. So with instant funding, you can start right away. There's no pass or fail hurdle. There's no daily drawdown. The leverage is smaller and it's great if you're consistent and hate evaluation. With a 1-phase challenge, it's a single target. You only have to meet that profit target and then you're through. This is often a higher fee than 2-phase, but faster to funding than an average 2-phase challenge account. The 2-phase is the cheapest path to large capital. But you also lose time, stress, and there's obviously a lot of stricter enforcement. Plenty of traders pass the targets and still don't get funded due to the real breaches along the way. But one area where the instant funding accounts can actually shine is because of the scaling system. Think of instant funding like a gaming level up system. So for a lot of them, you can actually increase your account size the more you trade and the more you're profitable. So you can start small and then as soon as you hit 10% plus, you then step up to the next tier. If you keep on doing that, a couple of steps later, usually around 6 to 9 steps, you could potentially get 6 or 7 figures allocated to you, even if you start on a small account. This answers the why not just trade with my own 5k question, because you can totally, that's totally valid, but you likely won't be able to climb up to 7-figure allocations as fast as a provider that auto promotes you. To me, instant funding suits these type of people. It's a good fit for you if you've got a verified edge and you dislike evaluations, you're comfortable with lower leverage and steady compounding, you trade intra-week and don't need any weekend holds. Some instant funding prop firms allow this, but it's not common. And it's good if you prefer certainty now over the chance you might be funded later. But you should probably skip if you rely on high leverage or frequent news spikes, or if you need expert advisors and automation, where a lot of these rules do forbid them with instant funding accounts. If your edge is unproven, then those instant fees will sting because you're not getting as much of a profit split compared to 1-phase or 2-phase. And it's not good if your budget is tight and you need the cheapest account. For that, we recommend 2-phase. If you do decide to go with an instant funding account, before you actually get that account, check with the prop firm first. Check the drawdown of the prop firm. Is it absolute or balance based? Leverage to see if it suits your trading style. A lot of them don't have any weekend holds holding systems or news policies. If they say there's no holds, then they do mean it, so just keep that in mind. What's the payout time and how frequent are the payouts on the prop firm that you're going to pick? Is the first payout after 14 to 30 days? Is there any payout target that you must hit? And is there any admin fee on these payouts? What's the scaling logic like? This is one massive factor about trading with an instant funding prop firm. Look at the platforms that are available. You want to be picking prop firms that have MT5, C-Trader, or DX-Trade, or if you're trading futures like Ninja Trader and ones like that. Always look at the customer support behind the prop firm as well. What's the average response time? Look at Trustpilot, see the reviews from everyone, see how transparent they are. You can also check the Discord to see how much the community is engaging. So if you're set on trading an instant funding prop firm, here's the first that I recommend, and this is Funding Traders. You can find a link to this in the description below. Just go to the challenge type and then click instant funded. You can pick anywhere between a 5k account to a 200k account. And if you also use this discount code September 1, you get 30% off. Obviously, this is only if you're watching the video in September when it's been made live. Discount codes, if you want to get a more up-to-date discount code if you're watching this a bit later, go ahead and check the website, check all the social media channels, or even check our discount code section as well on our website, where we constantly update all the best discount codes for every single prop firm. But a 50k instant funding account with Funding Traders will cost you $289 without the discount code. So as soon as you add the discount code, it's going to be a lot cheaper. But if you compare that to the two-step that's available on Funding Traders, the 50k account for the two-step costs $299. Usually with a lot of these instant funding accounts, these 50k accounts are probably around $500. So this is honestly like half price usually from what average instant funding 50k accounts are. This is one of the cheapest instant funding accounts that's out there. You just have to take into account the maximum loss and the maximum daily loss. The next that I recommend is TopOne Trader. Now, if you come down to where you can choose your account size, you'll see this brand new feature, Instant Prime. These are the cheapest instant funding accounts that they offer. There's no profit targets, obviously, and there's no daily loss limit. So a 50k account with these guys is $152. That is so cheap. You don't understand how cheap that is, because about a year ago, all these instant funding prop firms, they're about $600, $700 for the 50k account. So this is an absolute steal. Obviously, you've got to use this code, which is available on the website. You should see it. You've got a daily pause limit of 2.5% and a maximum trailing drawdown. So it's not ideal if you don't like trailing drawdowns of 5%. And the third that I recommend is Maven. Maven is such a good prop firm. It's probably one of the best out there in the space. So many people recommend it, so you know this is really trustworthy. So an instant funding account on this would cost you $290 for this one. And then you've got the mini option as well, which is going to be $220. So we'll quickly go through the differences. The drawdown is a trailing drawdown of 3%. You've also got a daily drawdown on the standard one, which is 2%. The only difference really that I can see is the consistency score. So on the standard, you've got a consistency score of 20%. And then on the mini, you've got a 20% intraday consistency score. But the benefit of using the mini, obviously, is a lot cheaper, but you can get paid out immediately as well. So I do highly recommend that one. You also get weekend holding as well on Maven, which a lot of other instant funding prop firms don't do. So yeah, definitely highly recommend Maven. Is it worth it or a waste? It depends on the prop firm that you actually choose. It's a waste of money, especially if you're not picking any of those three, the cheapest ones. But with those three, those prices are really great, because if you compare it to your average one phase or two phase, the prices are actually quite similar. So a year ago, in 2024, I would have said instant funding prop firms are not worth it. But this year, I definitely think they're worth it, just if you pick the right one. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. You can find all links to the prop firms that are mentioned in the description below. Make sure to subscribe to us for more trading content, and I will see you in the next video.